Hello, today I want to talk to you about a project that we did with South Dublin County Council and the Lucan traders to bring free public Wi-Fi to Lucan Village, and we want to expand this model to work in all the towns and villages across Ireland, and we believe we have a great proposition for the local authorities and the Chambers of Commerce or the local traders in all the villages and towns in Ireland. We used outdoor Cisco Meraki wireless access points, which are controlled from this dashboard that you see here, and this is a cloud controlled device. So I'm going to log into the dashboard now, and we're going to look at the South Dublin County Council network. Okay, so straight away we can see that on this network we have put in 4 access points: one on Kenny's Pub, one on the River Cafe, one on the Fresh and Fruity vegetable shop, and one on the fish shop. And this is their approximate location on the map. These are mounted outside on the traders' premises. There's a single cable running back into their DSL line, which provides data and power for the device. If we go and look at the access points, we can see that they're all up and running. This one was down yesterday when the trader was getting a new DSL line installed. So at a glance we can see that everything is operating normally and working correctly. If we look at the client list, we can see the names of the devices that logged in the last day. So here you see that we had 200 devices logged in yesterday in the last 24 hours, and that they transferred 421 megabytes of data. We can also send out a summary report to the council and the traders. So we can schedule this report to be emailed once a month or once a day or once a week. This is what comes out in the email report, what you see on the screen right now. It tells us that in the last month we had 1,930 clients logged into the wireless system, and that these clients were spread over these 4 access points. When the users in the village are using the free Wi-Fi, it appears as one large network to them. So even though there's 4 access points, it appears as one system. If we want to add another access point, we simply click on the button here. We claim it by entering its serial number, and then we add it to the network. Once we add it to the network, it immediately becomes operational when it's mounted on the wall, and all the settings that are on it become accessible. Another very interesting feature of the system is called presence analytics. Traders are particularly fond of this information because it tells you the footfall around the village. So this shows the statistics for the last week. Let's have a look at the last month. So this tells us that on Friday, June the 28th, 7,231 people passed by some of the access points. A passerby is somebody who stays for less than a minute. So none of these people listed in these statistics have actually connected to the wireless network. They simply have a smart device in their phone or in their pocket or in their car. And once they are within range of an access point, it will count them. So this is the actual footfall in the village of people who have smart devices. So the daily average is 6,324. We can see straight away that the busiest days are always Fridays, and the least busy day seems to be Sunday. We can also get a breakdown of the visitors. Were they occasional visitors? Are they weekly visitors? Are they daily visitors? Are they first time visitors? So the system will remember whether it has seen the device before, and will build up these statistics over time. So this is extremely useful information. If you have a village festival or a summer event or something like that, you can actually measure how much the traffic goes up from the normal Friday, Saturday or Sunday or whatever day it happens to be. So you can get real-time feedback of what's going on. When we extend this to other villages in South Dublin, we'll be able to compare the footfall in one village to the footfall in another, and see how we can drive people back to the villages and to support the local traders. So hopefully what you've seen here is that this is an extremely easy to deploy system. We have a great model put together What we did in South Dublin was the council paid for the access points and the licenses to use them. The licenses run for 1, 3 and 5 years, include all support, and the traders provided the DSL line and allowed us to mount the device outside our premises. We have the system set up so that it only uses 2 megabits of the trader's line, and that no traffic from the access points can get onto the trader's LAN or anything like that, so it's completely secure. We also have it set up to do adult content filtering, so that most people can't download any dangerous material. It's also a very good checkbox to say that we have that done, because it's a public access system. We can also block certain types of sites, so we've blocked video and music sites because we don't want people downloading huge amounts of data and using up all the bandwidth. We've limited the bandwidth to 2 megabits per device and per client, and we can change these settings anytime we like from the dashboard, and it'll be immediately deployed to all of the access points. Just to give you an idea what the access point looks like, here is the outdoor model here. So it's a small plastic box with, it has 4 antennas on it, which are about 7 or 8 inches long. We mount that on the outside of the building. We run a single cable back inside. It carries power and data from the DSL in the trader's premises. They use very little power, and we've restricted the bandwidth to 2 megabits. We also do these indoor access points, which can be used in corporate places or could be used inside a trader's premises if they have a big premises, to give access to the free Wi-Fi from inside a pub or something like that. In most cases, if the shop is small or a single front on it, the signal will be picked up inside the premises as well as outside the premises. For some large premises or multi-story premises or premises that have large stone walls inside them, it may be necessary to deploy an additional access point to give access to the free public Wi-Fi. These access points can also be configured for other institutions, like we've done one for Kildare Libraries. And we get the exact same information about that in terms of presence analytics, so we can see how many people walked into the library in the last week and whether they're repeat customers or not. So we get all the same information, all the same statistics and the same performance. This one has had 30 people logged in doing programming lessons on it, so it's working quite well, and we hope to expand that to all of the other libraries in Kildare. So we'd be very interested in talking to any local authority and any chamber of commerce that wants to get involved in bringing free public access Wi-Fi to their towns and villages across Ireland. We can do this extremely cheaply, we can manage it all very well, and it provides an element of how to get people back into our local villages and keep them working and thriving. It's relatively cheap, the equipment is relatively cheap, and I believe the cooperative model that we have of the local authority and the local traders is a very good way to go, and means that the system can be deployed very quickly and very easily. I'll be sending this out as a video mail shot to the local authorities and the chambers in Ireland, and we'd dearly love to go down, visit your town or village, talk to the local authority, talk to the chamber, and see if we can do a project like this for you. Thanks for your time.